For those of you who need to go, thanks for joining, and we will see you next time. Those of you who are going to stay, you can slowly come back to yourself, and then I'll unmute the line. We can take some questions, shared experiences. So if you're on the phone, you can press *6 to unmute your line. And then if you're on Zoom, you can wiggle your cursor around on your screen and then click on it, and then you'll see a microphone pop up. And then you can just click on that and ask your question or share your experience.
Hello.
Hi, Aadi. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. I too was working, but still I could feel the energy. Not the light, but I can feel the vibrations pouring on my thighs and up to the legs, up to the calf level, not below that. There was no such thing. And as usual, last time also I had a temple pain while doing this meditation. So yeah, today also, but it was not that severe. It was there, but a mild one, mild headache with this.
Okay. So are you feeling better now, or it's still there?
No, I'm feeling better now.
Oh, good.
Not like last. While doing meditation, there was a pain, but when I opened the eyes, no pain was there. Again, I was walking, so I was cooking food, so I sometimes I could close the eyes. Sometimes I was chanting along with you by keeping my eyes open, but in the flow with you.
Great.
And one thing I want to share about Tarpanam. My cousin, last month, all of a sudden he went to, since past 3 months, he was going to do Tarpanam as per the our Indian ritual side, this thing, to some native place. And while coming from the thrice he went for that thing. And one of the ancestors from his family want to have nirvana, and he was stuck up somewhere. So that the priest who was there in their family, he just said this, and for that he was going. Okay, how to comfort that ancestor. And then the moment when he came back from the native place on the third time, and the next day in the night at 1:30, he was very serious, and he doesn't know what happened to him. He just came down for some society work from where he resides in Borivali, and then he couldn't climb up to the home 4th floor. Then he just called my bhabhi, "You come down," his wife, "and I'm not well and I couldn't climb." So the whole the daughters and son-in-law and they all gathered. And they took him to the hospital, and then he says, "I'm unconscious. I don't know what happened for a week time." He was in under doctors given so many sedatives, and after a week when he came back from a hospital, he was having a very bad hiccups, and that was a side effect of some of the medicine. That's what doctor told. We consulted 3-4 doctors also, but we get scared the moment he gets hiccups. 20-25 hiccups at a time. Even his whole shoulders and everything was paining. So I was giving him a Reiki and divine healing and healing for him and comforting. And I told them, my bhabhi, see, you do this Tarpanam, because as he went there, I don't know what he did it, but he suffered a lot. And I am doing it, so I am getting very good experience. I am doing the Tarpanam since past 3 years while watching the video of Dr. Pillai. So I am having very good experiences. So there is nothing harm in this. So you just try. So the whole family started doing Tarpanam. But when the last full moon was there, last month full moon, before that, for three days, like after doing Tarpanam, I always pray for him, all the ancestors from his family and my family, because he's my dad's cousin son. So I just used to call my aunt and uncle also, please bless Viju Bhai So he will be comfortable and he get well soon. So before this thing, no, after Ekadashi, my uncle and aunt, when I just complete the Tarpanam, my uncle and aunt, they stood in front of me and they were very sad and very tense. So I got so tense, okay, must be this full moon is very tough for him. So I told my hubby, okay, you do this thing on Chaturdashi, like on 14th moon, that coconut smashing also, you just try it. And he believes in Lord Hanumanji very much. No other god he believes. So I told my bhabhi, okay, you play Hanuman Chalisa 24/7 without fail. Continuously, you just keep on playing Hanuman Chalisa. And every time I play, twice I did a Tarpanam for my uncle and aunt. Okay, please bless him. But they were just looking at me very sad and very tense. Just the moment I complete the wash it of this thing, no, rice grain and black sesame seed. So they appear in front of my eyes and they were very sad. So I was getting scared. But then I told them, okay, you just do one thing. You just approach any of the astrologer whom you believe, because at my side you can't come like. So you just ask them which particular planet is giving such, and if we have to chant for that mantra, we can do that. So when he on 14th moon only, no, she went to some astrologer, and no, not on 14th. After the full moon get over, no, on the next day the astrologer has given her appointment, and when she went there, and the astrologer told, okay, lucky your husband is, because this full moon, he was 98% chances were there that he would have passed.
Oh.
Would not survive full moon. But somehow it has survived. So she told, okay, we were playing Hanuman Chalisa 24/7 since past 3 days. So they said then Hanuman has saved him. Otherwise, as per his horoscope, it was very tough for him to survive. And now, even he was not in a position to walk because there was some blockage on his brain side. The one main was pressed. So he has to walk with the walker. Till that full moon time, the physiotherapist and the whole family was pressing him, you walk. But now he started walking with the walker in the house only.
Oh.
And he started one staircase also. Means after the full moon, his condition improved. And then after full moon, the next day, only my uncle and aunt appeared, but they were relaxed. They appeared, they didn't say anything, they didn't smile also, but they appeared, but they were relaxed. They were not that tense and sad, which I was watching them past three days. So that's a real nice. I felt really nice, and I thank Dr. Pillai also so much, because this technique only, and the whole family is doing, his whole 3 daughters, son-in-laws, my baby and my brother, he himself is doing. So all the ancestors' blessing came, and he passed through the difficult phase with a blessing from Lord Hanumanji also, because they were playing Hanuman Chalisa 24/7 for the past 3 days.
That's great, Aarti. So, for those people who couldn't hear Aarti because it's far away, the practice of Tarpanam is very powerful, and it is particularly empowered by Dr. Pillai. So you can go and do the Tarpanam through the different traditions. It's funeral rites for the souls who have passed. And sometimes there's a kickback because you can do it. So the blessings for all of us here on this path of Dr. Pillai is we're so protected when we do these powerful rituals that don't seem to be, that complicated. So just offering some rice, white rice or rice, so the rice grains or white rice powder with a little bit of black sesame seeds. Every day between sunrise and sunset, you're going to honor your ancestors, and that is going to help you to overcome some challenges. So it sounds like Aarti's cousin brother had a really intense experience, but with the support of the divine and the support of Aarti and all her family doing the Tarpanam, that brought him out of a really tough karma. So God bless you, Aarti, and thank you so much for sharing.
And today I received my veil, so I'm very happy.
Wonderful, you got your veil, awesome.
And today Sakshi Devi also posted, no? I told once, I received 2 yantras on post and in my dream. Last week I shared with you.
Yes.
I got early in the morning. I had a dream. I received
Yes.
2 yantras in the morning. Now today when Shakti Devi is posted, no Vastu yantra. One was the Vastu yantra.
The Vastu Yantra. Wonderful.
2 yantras were there. I thought, okay, it was not with the normal sign that like whatever we have seen. Like I've seen the photographs on the Astrovet site, many yantras, but Vastu I've not seen. And today when Shakti Devi is posted on Facebook, if you want to buy, there is a discount and this page is updated. So when I saw the yantra, oh, this one I received it. So now I'll order it, the Vastu yantra. I not
Great.
received it. I've seen it, that yantra, I'm receiving that yantra, 2 yantras. I was just wondering last, okay, how I never ordered anything and which this yantra is, I couldn't understand. But when I see the photo today, no evening, I came to know, oh, it was one of the Vastu yantra, and the divine has given me indication that you keep this Vastu yantra. But I want to ask you, okay, see, my home is very far, Vasai, far suburb of Mumbai, and we are staying in town on a rented flat, and every 3 years I'm changing my flat because we maximum they give us for 3 or 4 years one place. After 3 or 4 years we have to vacate and we have to shift it. Even if you want to come back to the same place, then at least 1 year I have to pass somewhere else. But I don't pass 1 year, I just give up. Then we shift to the new place. So if I order this Vastu, I keep it here because here we shifted just before 5 months. So then when we are shifting after from here from 3 years or 4 years, then the same Vastu yantra will be useful for the other flat or have to
Yeah.
order another.
You take that with you. It's the God. You can take the God with you and put it up wherever you go.
Okay. And now where to keep that Vastu yantra? Because now in my order there is no space. Where shall I keep the Vastu yantra if I order?
Yeah, so it depends because some people can, like for you in India, it would be fine to put it on the outside of your door before you know, above your door frame or to the side of it, so that anyone who is coming there, all that energy that they're coming with is going to be removed before they come into your space. So if your door is facing towards the east, or towards the north or towards the northeast. So you're walking out of your front door and you are walking towards the north, you're walking towards the northeast, or you're walking towards the east, then that wall will be either the south wall, the southwest wall, or the west wall where you will put that yantra. So it's facing in those directions. If you don't have if you don't have an east-facing door, north-facing door, northeast-facing door, then put it inside on one of those walls that you will be facing. So it's just inside your entrance, and you know, and put it up on the wall, either on a south, a southwest, or a west wall. And so the energy is going to be capturing the energy of the east, north, or northeast.
See, it will be difficult because my the thing is that I could place inside, but the fact is that since I have done wealth rising and this also SBI immersion course also, but no manifestation. So my husband, my mom, they don't believe, so they won't allow me to put it like.
So okay, so in that case, Arti, you can put it in your puja room. Okay, so if they don't believe it, then you just put it in your puja room, your prayer altar, where it will be facing in those directions.
Because I'm while going out from my this flat, I'm
okay.
going out.
That's okay. I understand, Arti. Just put it on your altar then.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Arti.
Bye.
Okay. God bless.
Hi, this is Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. How are you?
I'm good. I just have one question.
Sure.
Could you say something about when we're having involuntary exhalations during this process?
Yeah, that's a good indicator that the energy is moving. So today with Ashlesha star, that birth star, that nakshatra that we're traveling through, or we're being exposed to that energy, it's causing us to really move the energy. So when we're moving energy, just like we would if we were walking fast or going upstairs, we're, right? So we're, having to exert ourselves. So with that exertion, then there's going to be forced exhalation or forced inhalation or forced holding the breath. So the breath is not only the air we breathe in and out, it's also the prana. So as the prana, the life force, is entering us from the base of the spine, it's opened up. That door at that base of the spine is a floodgate. It's opened up. So it's rushing through us. And then Ashlesha energy is causing it to really move through, not just along the spine, but all through the whole body. So it can feel like we're, whoa, it's too much. I got to blow this off. Like I've got to, wow, there's just way too much oxygen coming here. I have to, blow it off, or vice versa, the carbon dioxide. But it's not so much the blowing off of it as that energy building up inside of us that causes us to feel like, whoa, I gotta let some of whatever is trapped inside of me be released as well. So you're really exhaling it out. You're really getting rid of it, energetically speaking.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Elaine.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you again, Situita, for a fabulous meditation. I get amazed, sweetie. I mean, every meditation I ever do with you, I either am walking on water, air, or I'm crying my eyes out, or, they're just fabulous. Today, of course, is no exception. However, I've got some questions. When we were doing the one thing that, I've got my set schedule every day of Ganesha and Vishnu and doing, because I'm in the Serene immersion and doing that all day long. I'm in constant, just about in constant mantras of some sort, unless I'm sleeping. And I pay attention to what my body does, how my body reacts, when the chakras open up, or because I was working with Vishnu, for which, God bless him, I kept forgetting him for weeks. I mean, everybody else, but I would not remember him. Well, then I started remembering, and oh my goodness, I mean, it's just phenomenal chanting and working with Vishnu. But anyway, for today's mantra, today's meditation, when we got to the ears, now I do want to insert, whenever I do mantras, whenever I'm working with this, and Babaji, the thing is that yes, emotions come up. When they come up, I don't sit and play with them and analyze them and go, oh my goodness, where did this come from? Oh, well, I lost my bicycle when I was 3 years old. That just doesn't pay off. And what, for me, and this is just for me, that reinstates what my ego wants to hang on to. So I try to, just, acknowledge that, yes, I see you. Thank you very much. And then I ask, the gods and goddesses to just kind of move it on down the road, because it doesn't serve me. So we'll get to now. So during the meditation, when we got to the ears, I have always had ear problems to some degree, whether the right or the left. I'm always popping my ears. Sometimes my equilibrium will get off. And so that's been a pattern that I've gotten used to for the past several years. However, when we got to the ear and I was doing the Om, I am here to tell you, I did not get mad. I got enraged. I got so, I had my pet lemon, I carry my lemons around and work with them. I picked that lemon up and I thought I was going to squeeze it to, and it was like, Elaine, put the lemon down. But this rage came rushing forward. And I had to stop so whatever is getting released here that's been locked in these ears for so many years of not wanting to hear something or tired of hearing the same thing, I don't know. But I have a question about that on the ears. however, when you're doing a mantra, you can do like a clear mantra. The tone is clear. But in the Om today, if I got it up in a higher pitch range, then it was kind of clear. But in the low range, I could not get a clear Om. I could get the Om going, but when you go into Om, it was just like a gurgly sound all the way through. Well, when it hit the ears, that is what got me so angry. All right. It was like, I want my throat cleared. I mean, so anyway, I don't know if this is making any sense or whatever, but when you're doing a mantra and you don't get a clear, I guess that's just from where it's opening up. I'm just going to shut up and hear what you got to say, because anyway, I just love you. I think last night's Fire Lab was fabulous. I mean, it's just, yeah. I just think yeah. That's all I got to say. Yeah. So I'm gonna mute myself now and listen to what you got to say.
Well, I'm going to just respond. Thank you so much for sharing. This is what happens when we invite God consciousness, pure God consciousness into our being. We are our own lab. We are our own life experiment. We don't have to go anywhere to experience God. We can get some education on how to access that intelligence that is within. Now, what you're sharing, Elaine, about that rage could be, and you might explore this a little more. And thank goodness that it has come up, because it's also maybe contributing to your hearing issues. So with that, keep working with Om in the next 2 weeks for sure, because traditionally, when the guru would give the teaching about God to unlock the secrets of God within the student, the teacher would whisper it in the ear. So it could be that you have something coming up from a past life that is blocking that perception of your higher self.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that makes so much sense with me knowing from which I came.
Good.
But that never crossed my mind. Because, I mean, my very first place to go is, what have I done wrong? What am I doing wrong? What have I not learned correctly? What part of my elders am I not listening to? What have you done wrong, Elaine? Because if anything's messed up, you done it. It's that, taking the frying pan and hitting yourself over the head. It's your fault no matter what.
Mm.
So there's so many times when I'm in this that I won't stop. That's why I asked the questions why I won't stop and go, I would have never thought of that. That would have never crossed my mind, probably after 2 weeks. And then it would come trickling in a lane, and I'd like hear that small voice and go, yes. And it would go, have you ever thought that maybe you've got a message coming and it's big? So why don't you shut up? Yeah, I mean, do you understand? I mean, I have these conversations because it's still voice, before I even signed up for the immersion, I went around for 4 or 5 days just mad. And I couldn't figure out why I was mad. And I'm and it always happens at the kitchen sink. Don't know what it is about the kitchen sink. But I was at the kitchen sink, and so help me goodness, it's still voice, the one I'll listen to the most. Well, apparently not, but I try to. It said, Elaine, sign up, shut up, sign up. You're mad because you're afraid.
Mm.
So I immediately stopped what I was doing and signed up for the immersion. All right. So with that, so anyway, but yeah, I had not thought of that because of the lineage that I do come from and my past lives. So yeah, thank you.
Oh, I hope that cleared it up, Elaine. I mean, just explore it, and especially in these coming weeks. So everything happens. This is what Power Time is all about. It's paying attention to the message, higher message, that higher empowered message that is going to take away that negativity and then give you clarity. So it's going to dispel the darkness. So dispel the darkness that comes in through the eyes, in through the ears, in through the nostrils, in through the mouth, in through the skin. And,
Where is the light?
and release it. Oh. So thanks for sharing. Ginny, are you there?
Yes. I wanted to ask, but I think I have the answer. The last 2 days, I've had the most difficult time staying in my body. I mean, challenging, very loopy, but it was definitely Monday through Friday. But Thursday and Friday, oh boy, I had the most difficult time at work. I was tripping over my own feet. So I don't want to use the word assume, but you said the energies that were coming in were really rocking our world. And can I assume it may have been that?
Yeah, well, the new moon is around the time where the ancestors come into the earth plane. So they have the ticket to the party is on that new moon day. And so the new moon, and towards the new moon, it will start to make them really restless, and you will feel a little bit out of sorts, like you said, loopy. So it can be that the ancestors were really restless. And now with this 9 nights of the goddess, expect more restlessness. I'm not saying, oh, it's going to be that way, because not for everyone, it won't be that. But for most of us, she's going deep. She's going deep to go sort through the closets of our consciousness. And then also to be boring out any congested negative energy, those skeletons that are hiding in those trillions of little selves in their closets. So things can be, you know, you can feel out of sorts, you want to get out of the cleaning. You want to get out of the way of the cleaning lady, you know, don't get in front of her. You know, she'll trip you up with a vacuum cleaner or something like that. So if you are feeling that out of body experience, the best thing you can do is, especially today and tomorrow, because it's right during this 9 nights of the goddess, is take a coconut and smash it. And look what happened in this call right at the end when we called on Varahi. This cracked so loud. I don't know if it will pick it up on the audio, but I just thought it jolted me because I had my eyes closed. I'm just doing the meditation along with everyone else. I'm asking the goddess to guide me, Dr. Pillai to guide me, and this cracked. Wow. So this is what's happening, is that we are cracking open us. And with this consciousness is coming in, is trying to come in, and then all the negativity is going out. So we're just like, we want to get out of the way. So crack the coconut so you have that grounding experience. Ganesha will keep you tethered to the earth plane while this cleanup is going on.
Okay. And just one other thing. Upon awakening yesterday, Dr. Pillai, there was a chant from Dr. Pillai, and it's something that I'm not familiar with. And not that I know all of your chants, because I'm new to the chanting, but it was him chanting one of the chants. And when I awakened, I said, oh, wow, he was inside my consciousness. So I have a feeling it was a good thing. I don't think it was a bad thing.
That's great. That means that you went out of your body. You went right into your spirit body, into your subtle body. And if you have a dream, or if you have a vision or a good meditation and he appears, it means you're connecting with your spiritual master. They're not in the body, and you're not in the body. You got to connect at that level.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks.
Awesome, Ginny. And I love where you are. Where are you?
It's my backyard. I live in South Florida.
Oh my God, it's heaven.
Yeah. I try to come out here. I lay in the sun and I listen to the call on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, great,
My
Ginny.
treat.
Thank you so much for sharing paradise.
Thank you.
God bless. Oh. Anant? Are you there? Maybe not. So someone is asking here on the chat, in the Mula mantra, why do we say Swaha instead of Namaha if we are not giving an offering? So and this is from someone who posted it privately, so you might not see it on the chat. So what that means, swaha can mean, there's so many different meanings, levels of meaning to these power sounds, because every Sanskrit word or every Tamil word or any sacred language, it has so many layers to the meaning. Just like you, all of us, we have faces that we show to certain people. We wear certain hats, so to speak, in our life. So we're a doctor, we're a mother, we're a father, we're a child, we're this, that, and the other thing. So when we invoke swaha, swaha is this part of our consciousness, the highest part of our consciousness. Please appear before me. I invoke you, please come, come, come. Then this swaha energy comes and it wakes up. It makes us to be so alert. The namaha energy is kind of like, hi, how are you, in sacred language. It means I'm connecting with you, I'm acknowledging that. So it can also mean in the Indian tradition, swaha is when you're offering something, and namaha is when you're also offering something. But mostly swaha is like during a fire lab. Namaha is like offering flower petals to the archetype. So those are just two ways of looking at it, or a few ways of looking at it. So don't get too caught up on it. Look at that. Split right between the eyes. So it looks like this coconut. I'm showing this coconut for those of you who are listening on the phone. So the coconut is representing the two eyes and then the third eye. And then it looks like the Sushumna, right? It's just splitting right up. So it's interesting when we use this technology, especially because it's around the fourth moon. And this is Ganesha. Can you imagine if this cracked open inside of me or anyone else? That would be painful. So the surrogate will take it on, but it will show us what actually went on during the meditation, because we're on a spiritual plane. We're out of our body. So this coconut took on maybe some negative forces that were going to prevent the rest of the meditation from taking place. But it scared me, not scared me, it startled me. I was like, whoa, what the heck? And then I didn't even touch it because I wanted to stay in the stream of consciousness to be able to guide everyone. But now as I pick it up, it's like, whoa, that was why it startled me so much. So that's actually what's going on inside of us. So you can take that and then smash it on the fourth moon. And then because everybody's been so awesome and patient and kind and compassionate and prayerful and persistent, we'll have a blessing from Lord Saturn, who also looks like he took on some pretty dark energies. Look at the wick. This is how we know. We use all these technologies as our own understanding. So this is a Saturn lamp for those of people who don't know. And I'm just moving the wick a little bit so you can get the darshan, the blessings from Lord Saturn. And so there's some black sesame seeds and some sesame oil. And then you put a cotton wick. And you can see the wick today. It's kind of got this black charcoal at the end of it. So some very strong karmas were coming. That's because that's what Saturn does. He presents some karmas that need to be taken away, as we heard from Elaine, that, you know, some karmas are coming up to be cleared, to be purified. So if you can, make a practice of lighting this lamp on a Saturday, and then just have it at your sink, in the kitchen, you know, on the counter, in the kitchen, by the sinks, in case it gets messy, and you can just pour some water on. But don't be worried about it. I have it in a glass dish to capture the oil that will maybe drip off the light. So this is a beautiful blessing. It brings tremendous peace. It will help to clear the karma that has come up today. If it's intense, it's a good sign, because Saturn is bringing up intense karmas to be cleared. Otherwise, they will just be hidden in the closets. So he does that. He takes it, he brings the karma up, makes it to be released because it's no longer serving us. So that's Lord Saturn and the propitiation. And then you can see with that wick, you can see with the coconut, the wick, something got dealt with. And then as I was putting this particular, this is quite a delicate veil. It's made of pure silver. And when I was putting it into this particular lemon or lime today, it bent. And I was like, oh my God, please don't break. Well, if you do, that's good, because it probably took a lot of karma, but it was very difficult. And normally I just pierce it, shove it in, and it's easy peasy. But today was strong. So, and then Barahi's been very active. She got into us, and maybe some people had some emotional experiences that they may not want to share here, and that's fine. But chances are you will feel that throughout these next 9 nights. So even if you didn't now, you're just kind of it's like a dam, where you put the finger, the hole is in the dam. So she's going to come and take your finger out of there. Take it away and just let that energy flow, whatever it is that's damming you up, so she's going to unplug all those orifices in your eyes, your ears, your nostrils, your mouth, your tongue, your throat, all the cells in your body, all the pores in your skin will be released. They will release all that negativity through her help and support. So again, check it out on Astraved or Pillai Center, all about the goddess, the 9 nights, and you may feel so energized at night. So say Om a lot in these next, the final 9 nights, which started on the first night. Now, if you are in Eastern Daylight Time, the new moon was on Thursday, the 12th. And then it started after midnight, so around 2:30 in the morning on the Thursday, the 12th. And then it ended with the first moon starting at around 11 o'clock p.m. So that is considered the first night in Eastern Daylight Time. So it will have been the 12th around 11 p.m., which is the time of the goddess. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll go all the way through till next Friday, the 9th moon. So it's really handy to have this calendar. Or you can go on to Astraved and grab the app. So the Hora Watch or the Panchang, Panchang, is an app that will be very valuable for you to follow along and find out what the energy is behind the power of time. Are there any other questions or comments or shared experiences that I've missed? If I did, please let me know and repost to the chat.
Hello. Yeah, I want to share again. I forgot to share. Today, I received a call from builder whom I purchased the property, and that loan was sanctioned in wealth rising course. I have to pay 3 lakhs within 10 to 15 days. So this is such a big amount, and as I told you in the morning also during file, we are totally under the debt and we don't have anything. So me and my husband were very tense after receiving a call from builder. And they says, if you are not paying in 10-15 days, then we'll charge you a huge interest. That is also a very big amount. So we were very tense. How do we manage for 3 lakhs rupees, 3 lakh rupees? And that also in a very short span of time, 10 to 15 days. if you want to save that waive off the interest amount of almost 2 lakhs, quarter to 2 lakh amount is the interest amount. So then I was worried, and then my mom, she's at present, she's in UK. She always calls me in the afternoon time. When she called, so she says, "Why you are so your voice is down?" I said, "You know, we are very much tense, me and Billu, as if for the new project, with all payment and everything. Our fund has been blocked over there, and payment has not come, and we are at present facing very much crisis. And the builder called up. So this is again a very big issue. Okay, how to pay such a huge amount in small amount if I want to waive off the interest of 1.75 lakh. So my mom says, "Can you do one thing? You use my interest, whichever is there lying in my bank account. You just find out how much is there. Whatever amount is there, you take it, and then slowly you put it in my bank account till I come back from UK." So first installment, at least of 40,000 rupees I can pay on Monday. But then about rest, I'm praying God, okay, make the miracles happen so this can be done. So I have to share this. I forgot to share right now. But that's great. But now about this thing, and one more thing I want to ask, out of the Dr. Pillai Center offering so many courses, no? For this 2 courses for the goddess. One is goddess wisdom and the other is nine nights of goddess or something.
Yeah.
So which one is the best suited for me?
It's up to you, Aarti. If you want to get the Goddess Wisdom course, that is an amazing program that is not only during a 9 nights of the Goddess, you can use it all the time, and it's secretive mantras that Dr. Pillai has given, and he never has given this out, and no one has ever given it out. So it's kind of like this best kept secret. So we're going to share it because it is the Goddess speaking through you, Aarti, to explore that. If you can, anyone, take that course, and you can use it every day, or you can take one of the goddesses and ask her to be your guardian angel to help you to bring in more wealth, to bring in happiness, to get rid of fear. There's all the 9 goddesses will be available during this 9 nights. So even if you're just getting it now, or you're getting it sometime through the 9 nights, the fact of the matter is the goddess saying, don't forget me. Remember to do, to pray to me, to get the blessings. So these are very secretive teachings. They're very esoteric teachings, and they're very practical teachings. So if you haven't felt that goddess energy and that awakening inside of you, these are the best. They're the best kept secrets that Dr. Pillai has. So thank you for bringing it up, Aarti, for shedding the light or shining the light on that course. I would do that if I were.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, and God bless you. So Anant is saying, the last few nights I've struggled to go to sleep. It's been quite tough. Last night I stayed up all night, then fell asleep watching the Shrimbrazi Immersion Fire Lab. From what you have explained, it's the cleaning lady. That's the goddess. She's going to keep you awake, because the goddess is energy. So the god is like the sun, right? And then the goddess is the moon. So the moon comes out at night. So our mind is the moon, and so she will come and do the cleaning at nighttime. So she might keep you awake all night, like she does with us every Friday night into Saturday, and gives us the power to be here for power time, only on if you are asleep. So he's also saying, incidentally, here in Leicester, UK, the new moon Tithi ended at 3:47, just before the fire lab began. Wow, the goddess is coming, right? So everything has a particular intelligence. Intel means that there's something going on inside of you that you are recognizing outside of you, or it's appearing before you. So whatever goes on inside of us, if we're sincere and we want to know how to experience our true self, our highest self, our God self, then that is going to go after whatever it is that we need. It's going to seek it out. Veronica.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
Yeah, good.
Well, I had two amazing experiences last night with the Fire Lab. Yesterday, I was feeling really negative, and I thought maybe, well, because it was my first day of my period, so usually I feel down. And then it just kept getting kind of worse, and it just felt really sad, negative, and I almost didn't want to do the Fire Lab. But I did it anyways. I just said, I'm just going to relax. And all of a sudden, a voice said, go to sleep. So I went straight to sleep because I usually don't sleep on the Fire Labs. And I heard your voice, and I heard you talking about, and this was after you did the introduction. This is right during the Fire Lab. You were talking about the vibhuti and the kumkum. And it was like I was like remote viewing. I saw someone, and she's like, yeah, I'm putting the vibhuti on, and she puts it on, and she says, wow, it looks like a fire. And it looked like a fire on her forehead. This person, I don't know who this person is. And then she put the kumkum on, and she says, wow, perfect circle. And I zoom in, and on the kumkum, and what looks like a skull, but not bad. It was like from the Tibetan culture. They have this, what I think it's a skull that wards off evil spirits. It had its tongue out. And I go, wow, I remember that. Then next thing I know, I'm in this beautiful room. It's white. And the architecture looks like if you were to mix European and Asian. And all of a sudden, I start seeing a fire behind the wall. And I was like, there's a fire. And then there's this beautiful being. She says, go ahead and look at it. I said, okay. So I went closer. As I went closer to the fire, the wall disappeared, and there's this beautiful sapphire fire. And at the edges were red and orange. And I was just amazed. And then there's a part of me, your logic brain, saying, how come it's not setting the place on fire? And then all of a sudden the fire went inside of me, and it was burning inside. And it didn't feel bad, but it was just like burning up. And then I woke up, and when I woke up, I could hear, people, the Q&A. And I just like, oh my God, I am so hot. I was burning up. I felt so hot. But the heat felt like it was non-physical. And it took about an hour finally to cool down. And I just felt so much better. And I feel like that the gods and goddesses, because right before the Fire Lab, I said a prayer to them. I said, I'm just feeling really awful. Please help me, I said. And I just feel like they just burned up all that negativity and bad mojo. So.
Absolutely. You are so beautiful, Veronica. Thank you for sharing and
thank you.
and allowing us to see your beauty.
Oh, I got a new laptop that has a camera. My other laptop didn't.
Oh, great. That's blessings from the goddess.
Yes. And then I had another amazing meditation today. I mean, every time we do this Fire Labs or the Power Time, each meditation is just, it's phantasmical. It's beautiful. So on this one, got really into it. I felt like I was going in this beautiful onyx cave with this Power Time meditation. And it was just absolutely beautiful. And then I could see growing in the cave these beautiful like flowers, but they were crystals. They were crystals and flowers, and they had rainbow colors, and lights were coming out of them. And when I would touch it, I know this is, it's hard to explain, but they felt like a flower and a crystal at the same time. They were soft, and yet they were hard. And I kept going further into the cave, and I saw more of them. And it was just, there was like a forest of them. It was beautiful, and they were so bright that it looked like it was the sun. And what happened was, because there was a long pause during the meditation, my internet went out. So I was going in there, and then there's the back of my head saying, boy, Sucharita, she's having a long pause. And then I got out of it, I realized, oh, my internet went out, so I had to restart it again. But it was, and then I just,
great.
yeah, and then I got back in the meditation. Then you were talking about, I'm sorry, I forgot what was the goddess name that you were, that to.
Varahi?
Yes, imagine her going inside of you, and oh wow, I imagine like trillions of her inside of me, and just changing me for the better. And it made me think of that episode of Futurama when Fry had these little beings inside of him, and they were improving him, and they were making him smarter, healthier. And I said, yes, that's what it's doing to me. It's making me smarter, healthier, raising my consciousness. And I felt it, and I felt all this tingling inside. It was beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing, Veronica. That's awesome. People are posting to the chat. That's amazing. That's great.
Oh yeah, it was just, as always, amazing and just out of this world, really. And it was just, and I still feel her inside of me, just like altering me for the better.
Yeah, well, you're going to feel her growing and growing. And that's the thing, Veronica, and everyone else. Once you get initiated, you have an initial experience, you'll go deeper and you'll be initiated more. And she's going to be with you and moving you. So God and Goddess are going to be merging and doing a dance. And it's going to make you to feel tingly. And sometimes it's going to make you to feel like someone just stepped on your toes and made you to get angry or frustrated or feel down or feel whatever. So it just means that you're getting into the communion of your highest self, your true self, your God self. And it is a beautiful dance. But there will be some times where you're going to trip over your own feet, and then you just allow, like you did, you just surrendered and you went out completely during the fire lab. And then the Goddess did the work. So it's trusting that you're in the right place at the right time. There's no right or wrong way of doing anything. There are no hard and fast rules on the spiritual path. Everyone is unique, and everyone's going to have their own experience. And here's the thing too, is that we want to replicate it. We want to, I want to see where I'm going to go now. And then we hit this dark wall, nothing. And then we're just like banging up against it. That's the moment that you surrender as well. And then just like you shared, Veronica, the fire, the flames, that will just disappear. It will move into a new zone, a new way of being. So if we're bumping up or we're trying to replicate, or we're upset because we can't have this beautiful experience, you just let it go. Leave it to the Goddess, and then she's going to guide us. And then having this meditative experience, we will go in our life. And we will bump up against our karma or bump up against obstacles. And then we'll say, well, if it's supposed to be so difficult, better surrender it to the God or the Goddess, because why do I want to fight this? Allow yourself to dance around it and then call on these divine beings. That's why we have these spiritual tools. We have meditations for us to not be so attached to how it's all going to roll out. But if we are in communion with the divine, then we're just going to dance around, and it's going to be so much fun and way better time. So God bless you, Veronica. And thank you again for sharing your goddess face and beauty. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much. And again, thank you so much too for doing this. I mean, it's just been such a life changer for me. It's helped me out so much, and to get in touch with these beautiful beings and answered a lot of questions I had throughout my whole life. So it's amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Veronica. We have just begun the adventure. So it's great, and it's lovely to see young people like yourself. Awesome. This is what it is. We are all exploring, and some way or another we got here. So we're here to explore it some more. It's not about right or wrong, or this is the end of the road. This is just the beginning. And every time we do any spiritual practice, it's just the beginning. It's the start of a new way of being, a new expression of our highest selves. And then we're just kind of like kids, where we're like, wow, I wonder what's going to happen next. I wonder how I'm going to wake up and do what I need to do, and only having a couple of hours sleep. The divine is going to do it. You just keep hand it over to the divine. Be prepared, get yourself ready, be prepared for whatever it is that you need to do. Go to work, take care of your kids, take care of your family, go do all your errands and things like that. But just know that really that you're asking the divine to come in and show the divine what you are up to. Hey, as this little soul from heaven, I've grown up a little bit, and I just want to show you what I'm doing now today. And then it will make your mantra practices, it will make your rituals be so much more fulfilling, more rewarding. You'll feel the richness, the wealth, the true wealth, the happiness, the joy, the energy, that tingling, that buzzing, and you will just love it in these 9 nights, these 9 days and nights of the goddess. Some of us may not sleep at all, which does happen during the 9 nights. So be prepared, but she will also knock you out too. So if you have the meditation practice, like Veronica, it can be playing and it can go and do the work for you while you're sleeping, kind of like you're under a divine anesthetic. And the operation is continuing, and then you can go into those fabulous places and clear out your consciousness. With clarity, you can create a new reality. So Veronica's sharing, it's a journey every time I do the Fire Lab and Power Time. What a beautiful adventure. That's what it is. It's an adventure in your consciousness. And you are the master. You get to just grab on to that which is food for your soul, and then you can play in that mastery. You've made it to this point, so you've already mastered the earth plane. You got here, and now you're on your spiritual path where you're exploring spirituality here on the earth plane. So it is an adventure, fabulous adventure.
Namaste, Sucharita.
Shivalata.
Hi everyone. Good morning. It's Shivalata here. How is everyone?
Great. Nice to see you, goddess.
Oh, thank you. I joined. This is the first Power Time call I've been on, like more or less from beginning to end, because I'm always at work. And in fact, there's the mastermind, the Shreem Brzee mastermind calls going on right now, but something pulled me to this call today. I just wanted to come on because I felt it, strongly. And you just said with clarity, you can create a new reality. Firstly, I want to say it was lovely to hear Veronica speak and everyone speak. I was so blessed to meet Veronica out in San Diego on the recent Shreem Brzee trip Baba held. And she's a beautiful soul. She's wonderful. So it's always nice to hear your voice, everyone. It has been an adventure. It's been an amazing journey. I'm going to try and condense this. It's a bit personal, but I figure we're all here learning and stumbling maybe along the way and getting better and working with the divine. And Sucharita, I just want to thank you so much. Before I get to all the gratitude I have towards you right now and just Pillai Center in general, I've been on my own for the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks, coming up on this coming Tuesday. And my husband's been back home in his native country. And I've really been immersing myself in a Shreem Brzee program, all your fire labs, all the various calls, and immersing myself in my work, a new interesting position at work. And a lot of neat things been going on. I haven't spoken much on the Shreem Brzee, like the miracle calls, but my agent, she's been sending me out. I've been auditioning. I shot my first commercial for Nissan, maybe about a couple. Thank you. All blessings to Babaji. It's all really blessings from the Guru, from the divine, the goddess, Vishwamitra, Jesus. I mean, that was the plan for me to immerse myself. And, San Diego shifted some things, and I've really been connecting with Babaji and the divine on a deep inner level. And I believe all those works have been sprouting some fruits. So everything's great, right? And such is life. Things get turned upside down. And, you know, everything's flying high, and I'm working and with you know, immersing myself in the practices and auditioning and the work. My accurate job's going great. And I thought my relationships are overall. Now I've been dealing with some relationship karma in the last week. I know some things kind of occurred in Pensacola Beach with my sister and some family. Some things got kind of ruffled up and wasn't so pretty. And then, you know, I guess it's just kind of recurring theme this last month. And I know we've been bruising a lot, and I don't mean to take the topic off of power time practice or whatnot, but I'm going to bring it all together here. So a lot of stuff's been coming up, and on Tuesday it was Pradosham, and I poured milk over the Shiva Linga, made earnest prayers, and I felt something, some karma was going to be removed, and some truth. And truth was the theme of that day. Even in my acting class that night, she asked us to write on a little sheet of paper what word would describe your soul. And some people were writing kindness, joy, you know, all these neat things. Some people were saying complicated. I wrote truth for some reason, because I'm just thinking of, I'm on the path of Babaji, and to me, Babaji is truth, and I do my best to align myself with Babaji. Therefore, if I'm within his light, then my soul, to some degree, must have some truth in it. You know what I mean? So then I changed it to light. But, you know, so Tuesday night, the truth and Pradosham, I came to know of a deep betrayal that occurred in my life. Unlike no other I've experienced before. And I'd already had some disappointment with my family on a vacation. And now everything I thought of what a relationship was. That's not to say there wasn't some good stuff, beautiful memories, love created, but everything I thought of what this relationship was has been absolutely turned upside down. And that's just the facts now. You know, everything's come out, and I've hung on to reality of what I thought would be better or could change, and be honest and filled with truth and clarity. And it's been anything but that. And in the end, I feel I've been made a mockery of. So I told myself I'm going to take this strong because I'm on the Baba path. And somehow I've got to be a warrior, muster up all the strength. And, you know, mind you, please, I'm still on my own. And it's just me and my sweet big dog home, Rocco. And it just slowly started to take its turn on me to kind of bring it up to present. And, you know, I've told myself to deal with this in a compassionate way, but boy, has there been some negativity and a lot of anger and hurt and confusion. But I'm actually in a spirit of gratitude, because these were matters I needed to know. And I thank the great Shiva, the ever merciful, compassionate one, that he showed the light on certain things that I was completely oblivious to. Mm-hmm. To Babaji's light, to his grace. So even if it hurts, sometimes in life we got to go through these things, and maybe things are irreparable, maybe they are not. I don't know, but I want to stay strong on the path, because so many beautiful things are happening, and I feel in a way it was a grace. I'm grateful for it, but another way I feel negative forces are trying to find their way in now, because I'm very vulnerable. And I feel broken to a degree. So I know this is probably a little more than everyone bargained to hear, but the reason why I bring it full circle here is I've been lost this week. Not lost, I've been carrying on about my business. I've still been productive. I shifted my room from last Sunday's call, and we were speaking about Vastu. I mean, it's just how ironic is the timing when so many wonderful, outrageously things were on this adventurous path are occurring, and manifestation is, and you feel the goddess and the divine, and then something like this comes way out of left field and hits you like a bat, and you fall like you're on your face in the mud. And that's genuinely what occurred. And it sounds pretty dramatic, but that's the way I feel. And so I've been trying, we released I've been participating with, some mantra challenges, but I feel I've been slacking this, and I want to apologize even if I've been slacking, because I found myself feeling so drained. So that's what I just wanted to mention, because I know Veronica wasn't feeling so, like she felt like she needed to sleep on your Fire Lab call. I did the same thing for the first time, and normally well, no, actually that's not the first time. I've slept before, and I feel whatever's natural. But I've been so drained, like I've been knocked out, and then I find I'm not as inspired to have chant, and I don't want to go down that path. And then I haven't broken this coconut that I know is in my cupboard yet, and I haven't rolled the limes for some reason, and I miss tarpon on my new moon, and I'm like, oh no, these are all the beautiful tools that Divine's given to us. Why are you just turning your back on everything in general? Because I'm just hurt, and I'm not here to be some sob story. I'm here to say it's so interesting that there's a way out, because this program helped. Maybe how would I have handled this if I wasn't participating in Shreen Brzee immersion program? Because we had our call, and a part of me, I was like, oh gosh, a part of me, I'll put it out there. I love crime TV. And I was like, I just want to put crime TV on, and it's at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. I thought, let me just put on a TV. I don't know what to do. I just want to numb my mind and my soul, but I said, no, Shiva, what are you thinking? What's going on here? Shake yourself up, get on the call that you want to earnestly with everything within you. And that helped bring me, I called into work this morning sick. I don't do that, but I felt I couldn't fit. I didn't eat all day yesterday. I never do that. I just don't have the desire to put any food in my mouth. And it's not that it's like some broken-hearted thing. It's just such a, wow, what a force to be in the midst of. So I'm doing my best to be the eye of the storm, but be strong. And I know I've spoken an earful, but it's just such an adventure indeed. But I'm grateful because certain truths are out, and things will be okay. We'll all be all right. I know Babaji's got my back. He's got all of our backs. We're working with Divine here, so I know this is only good is going to come out of it. I genuinely believe it's just such a, I know it's changed a lot. And about once you finally made that last quote, once you said that last thing about with clarity, you can create a new reality. I guess that's what my question is to you is, I have that clarity, and I earnestly must continue creating this new reality, because I've worked so hard in my soul to commune with Baba again in the divine like this. And we have this support family. And I just thank you for this. I joined this Power Time practice for a reason. I've never spoken on a Power Time practice. I normally speak like this only kind of like in an immersion group, the Shreen Brzee, but I felt compelled. And this, I feel like things are going to turn around now because of you, Sucharita. Even last night I slept. And I just love hearing your voice when you're chanting the mantras and you're making the offerings. And I can hear in my ears the fire and how the divine is interacting with the offerings. You can hear the crackles, and it's just music to my soul. So thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Shivalata. And you're going to make it through. This too shall pass, but here's what it gives us. It gives us the opportunity to be present. We can't just fluff off these things. If we are on our true path, and it is the highest path, we are going to be faced with some disturbances in the force, in the form of betrayal, in the form of depression, in the form of despondency. So you are taking action in the way that you can take it. And there are no hard and fast rules. So what you went through, where even you said, I just want to sit and veg and just, numb my brain, just numb out. Allow yourself to be natural. Gods and goddesses aren't at it all the time, fighting the demon forces. They're taking a little break too. When they got knocked down, they just kind of hang out. And they just like,
Yeah.
whoa, I'm a stunned banana. Where did that come from? And then they get back into themselves, and then they get they do their prayers, they commune with their highest selves, because gods and goddesses are also evolving. They're never at that level of mastery. They've mastered the spiritual plane, but then they keep mastering it. So like that in our life, we don't know if we're coming up against some new skill, some new mindset, some new mastery, some new gift is being expressed. If you did not go into the depths of your dark moment of the soul called betrayal, how will you know how to convey that to anyone who has been there? So as we're evolving,
Correct.
we are going to be that representation. We're not going to talk about it. We have been, and we're going to inspire others to get through it.
Yes. Yes, that's true. Amen. And I was thinking with the sesame oil lamp that you had today,
Yeah.
I just felt that it was so powerful. And you showed the veil, and you described how it was a bit difficult for you to insert it into the line today, and how the tip was charcoaly of the wick, the cotton wick. I was thinking, oh, brother, I wonder if that was some, how the coconut busted. And I was like, we must have had some stuff gone today. And then all this goddess Varahi, it's amazing. We have the tools, and that's all I really wanted to say for now. I know everything's going to be all right. I just, got to continue on doing the spiritual work. It's an amazing journey, and staying in the moment is essential. Yes.
You're there. You've got clarity, Shivalata. I feel it.
God bless you, Sucharita. Wishing everyone a wonderful Saturday.
God bless you. And just keep doing what's natural for you, because you are the goddess. So you get to do it however the goddess wants. You can cry if you want to. You can roll around if you want to. You can grab onto your meditation if you want to. You can do all of it. But having been on this path with Dr. Pillai, there are some wonderful opportunities to keep grabbing onto the divine and hold on, never ever let that go.
Well, yes, and that's it, and that's the true test, Sucharita, is what timing the universe has to spring certain things, certain karmas that have been now pushed to the forefront, that you were just faced to deal with them, work through them one way or another, all the while, not losing, I wouldn't say momentum. It's just not even, I've been derailed before. I don't ever want to let that occur again. I just want to stick the course.
Well,
and
today
just
you've got a good day, because you're Lord Shiva's goddess. So you just, this is a third moon going into a fourth moon. So third moon is all about propitiating Lord Shiva and getting the blessings of Lord Shiva. So, and on a Saturday, because Saturn and Lord Shiva are buddies. So you just got a lot of hard karma that came to the surface, and Lord Shiva will bless you. He'll bring you back into balance. And then tomorrow or tonight, whenever the full moon is for you, get a coconut and just bust it and say, thank you, Ganesha. You put me back on track. So bust the coconut. Please, from this moment on, for you, because you're going through a hard karma, Shivalata, or anyone else, do a Saturn lamp every day. And that will bring peace and calm as you're moving through your karma. So don't do it on your own. Do it with Saturn's grace. And then you'll be peace, you'll be calm, you'll be cool like a cucumber.
Wow, Sucharita, because truth be known, I was anything but that calm as a cucumber yesterday. Like, it just, certain emotions rise up. But for the most part, I want to stay that way. And the sesame seed and Lord Shiva, and that it's Saturn, and all that is wonderful.
Yeah, definitely do that, and do it until you work through this, or maybe forever, you know, because Saturn will also give you that ability to stay on your spiritual path where you don't have to work at it. He will just do the work for you.
Right. I feel like you just like recalibrated me. You know, it's like you get clear direction, and the coconuts and full moon, and Shiva's all about, it's just all wonderful, and Shreem Brizzy, and thank you everyone for giving me this you know, opportunity to speak and share, and I hope someone relates in some way or another to how life can throw you curveballs, but we got to stick the course.
Yeah, you're good. You're doing great. And thank you for going through it and sharing your experience, because look at only in a few minutes, things can turn around.
Exactly.
God bless you.
Namaste. God bless you.
Namaste. Oh, that's what it is, right? This is the life. So we're here in Power Time Practice to experience or share our experiences, so that if we ever have to go through this, we will be inspired by what someone else has gone through. And so the take-home message always is, people will come and go in our lives. We will have disappointments to face in our lives. Money will come and go. Jobs will come and go. Our health will come and go. And what we have is our highest self to always be reliant on. We will lie on top of that. We will create that landing pad inside of us and recreate it. And regardless of what is going on, there's always a message. So Power Time Practice gives you that forecast. It will tell you what lies ahead. Whatever you decide to do, that's totally up to you. But the divine is sharing these ancient teachings, these secrets inside of yourself that want to reveal a whole new way of being as life throws the curveballs. So on this spiritual path, as we go to higher heights, then there's going to be an equal and opposite opposing force. And then you just can surrender it to your highest self. And then you become like this spiritual warrior. Well, you will know what to do when. You have lots of support, lots of divine tools. And even if you just do one of them, even if you just lie down and go to sleep and have a mantra playing while you're watching TV, you know, you don't want to deprive yourself of being in this world either. It's not about doing your spiritual path or doing your life right or wrong or good or bad or grading yourself or degrading yourself. That's just all stuff that goes on. And we can see how the mind plays. Hey, go lay down, watch TV, veg out. And you go, okay, I'll do that. And then you go, wow, this is a waste of time. I want to go over and do this. So go do that. Go do your spiritual path. But just know that by and by, as with Shivalata, she just went, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go and maybe fall asleep during a fire lab. That will be a better falling asleep. So, and it's not as in ignoring, it's meaning that you're surrendering to a higher power. You're not going to surrender to that which will bring you down even more. So you don't fight it. You just say, okay. It's like a story that Dr. Pillai shares over the years where he says, you know, the devil is going to come knocking at your door. Oh my God, what? You know, so the devil or demons or whatever, those dark forces, those ghouls, those, you know, little gremlins are going to come and knock at your door, and they're going to want to scare the bejesus out of you. So you just, as Dr. Pillai shares, you invite them in. Come on in, have a seat. So you just say, hey, have a seat. Here's my home. take a seat and here, I'll turn the TV on for you, or better still, here, have the converter. So you just take, do whatever you want to do in this home of mine. I'm going to go into the kitchen and get you something to eat, and maybe, you know, get some booze and all that stuff that you love. So you just tiptoe back into the kitchen and then you exit the back door. So by and by, you're already gone, and the demons, the divine, they're just like, hey, this house is empty. Yeah, okay, we're out of here. Let's go on to the next. And then you can come back in. So there's no need to fight with these demonic forces. They are just there. They're not, they're kind of scary, but then you just can invite them in. You can take over, but I'm just going to sneak out the back door for a little bit. And then they will be bored out of their minds because they have no one to bother. And then they will just leave. And bringing it to the point of Vastu, Vastu is that which will protect your space. So learn a little bit about that. We teach about it, or we've explored a little bit about it in Shrimbrazi Immersion. And so you can just get the basics down, and then you can start to explore it. You just can Google, you know, placement of my front door, Vastu. And then you'll dive into some Vastu teaching that will give you the answers to your questions about how to rearrange your furniture so that the space is going to expel any negative energy. It's not going to want to stay too long because it's too clean, it's too nice. There's nobody there. It's too spacious, it's uncluttered. So there's a science, the spiritual science behind Vastu is to make sure that you keep those little ghoulies out of your space. Or if they do get in, they will just be bored. They won't have anywhere to hide, and they will just leave. So God bless everyone for being here and holding the space of care, compassion, kindness. Shweta, goddess.
Hi, Sucharita. How are you?
Oh, long time no see, Shweta.
Yes, long time no see.
Few hours.
Thank you so much once again for another amazing meditation and sharing your knowledge.
You're welcome.
I am curious. So I think a lot of us will be having interesting journeys during Navratri in the next few days. And the question that came up for me earlier is, you know, I've been kind of paying a little bit more attention. It naturally came up this past week to the intensity of the weapons that we invoke in the protection mantra. And I mean, before I would just kind of chant, you know, as part of it, I recognized the gada, the veil, you know, the peacock, etc. So I'm wondering this week, as you know, things come up, and of course we have the goddess blessings. Do we invoke the protection mantra as well, or do we just let it be since it's Navratri?
Yeah, I'm just holding one up here for those people to see. So I think you can you see it now?
Yep, we can see it.
Yeah. So if you have a yantra, you can just have that in the space. It's already activated. If you don't have one, I would it's only 4 minutes. So I would put that force field around me and then ask the goddesses to come in, because here's what will happen is you're going to ask the goddesses to come in during the 9 nights. And at nighttime, guess who's also active? The dark forces.
Oh, yeah.
So the dark forces are going to make you groggy, lethargic. You're not going to want to do it. Or even if you have it all set up, you'll fall asleep and then you'll be upset because you didn't even get to press play, you know, before you fell asleep. So it's a good idea to call on these divine beings, these weapons here that will destroy the dark forces. And then it's only a 4-minute meditation that you can do, and or you can just visualize it. If you don't remember the mantras, you just visualize them. If you have them, if you have the gada of Hanuman, or you have a veil, this is a crystal veil of Lord Muruga, You know, you can have it, just hold on to one of them, you know, and just have that, and that will be like a protection. It will remind you to activate all those objects, those sacred objects that are they're already in our force field. So it's not like they came, you know, out of nowhere. It's already there, because whatever is inside of us or in our consciousness, in our subtle field, it's going to get activated when Dr. Pillai activates it. So we are a microcosm of the macrocosm. We have the macrocosm inside of us, but that's way overwhelming. We will explode, right? So we have access to all that knowledge, all that intelligence, all these spiritual tools. So if you've gone through the initiation, it's already activated inside of you, Shweta. So you can just imagine it, you know, and just close your eyes and say, I'm protected. Or if you have the yantra, you can just gaze at the yantra. You don't have to look at each and every one of them.
Great, thank you. Yeah, just curious to, you know, sometimes more is not better in different ways at times, but I was just kind of thinking about how to better optimize stuff at my fingertips to have a most optimal experience to grow. So yes.
Yeah, it's great that you're asking about it, because sometimes I will do the protection meditation, because it is only 4 minutes, just to see what's there bugging me before I dive into a goddess or, you know, a mantra practice, mantra practice. So it kind of gives me an indicator of, it's like an appetizer for my divine experience or not so divine experience, right? So then I'm like, okay, well, if I have a disturbance or I'm just distracted, I'll go, oh, okay, well, I'll just walk around and do some other stuff while I'm doing the meditation. Then I know I'm not settled, right? I'll just give myself that 4 minutes to get settled, and then I'll play it again. And then it just kind of locks me on, and I feel that force field. So it's a great barometer, or you know, a temperature gauger of what the energy is, or what your meditation is going to be about. You know, that experience, whether you're going to have some big issues that you're going to have to deal with or whatever. So it kind of settles your mind, it pre-settles you, it primes your pump, so to speak, for the goddess energy to come in. So again, it's 4 minutes. So to me, it's worth the 4 minutes.
Right. So you would do Gam Ganpate Namaha first, and then the protection mantra, and then whatever else you practice.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of the 2 core starters or appetizers, I guess.
Right.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shweta. Nice to see you. Ira goddess, Ira Brazil, energy goddess.
Hello. Can you hear
How
me?
are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Good. Thank you for a wonderful meditation, and it's great to see you again today. Seeing you twice today.
Yeah. You'll see me tonight too in Sri Brazil immersion tonight.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's wonderful. Anyways, I was going to say thank you for sharing that some people might experience like a happy energy or exciting energy, because that's what was going on with me yesterday, and my cycle had started. I was thinking, Ira, what's wrong with you? Why are you so excited and happy? I wanted to dance, I wanted to scream, I wanted to have like a lot of fun. And I was like, and usually when my cycle starts, I want to relax more, but I was acting opposite of it. So it's good to know that there's a reason why I was feeling that way. I like wanted to get out of my sunroof at nighttime and just say, yay, or something. I was just so excited. But Friday 13th is my lucky day, so I figured maybe that's why I'm feeling so happy. You know, when I was a teenager, I decided, since everybody said it's an unlucky day, I like to do opposites. So I tweaked it. I'm like, I'm going to make it a lucky day. So it became a lucky day. So whatever you believe is what you live out. So, and so that's what I did. So I experienced a lot of good things that happened to me on Friday 13th. So I thought maybe that's why I was so happy. But now you're saying it was, everybody has different experience. And I guess that's why I was experiencing that feeling yesterday. It was really cool.
Yeah, and that's what happens is the goddess will express herself in us in different ways at different times. So we try not to get too caught up in if it's the right way or the wrong way to feel or think. She's just going in and doing the cleaning. And sometimes we, just like we are with our own mothers, get out of the way. Just let them do their cleaning. Let them do their cooking. Let them do their whatever they got to do.
Yeah, that's really cool. Very nice.
Oh, great. Thank you, Ira.
Thank you.
Oh, sweet joy coming through you.
Yes. And we haven't slept much, right? I couldn't sleep for a while because your I call them power labs. The fire labs make me more powerful. So it's like once we get done with fire lab, I like want to go create, and I want to just stay up and create and do things because I love to create things anyways. And my mind's like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, no, we should maybe sleep. No, it's like we're going back and forth. So it gives me a lot of energy, and I get all like fully awake after the fire lab. So thanks for powering us like that.
Oh,
it's a good feeling.
It's a pleasure. That's where the goddess will come. And that's how we know. Here's the thing. How do we know if we're communing with the god or the goddess? You do it during their power time. And then they will empower you. And so
they're probably out at that time, right? After midnight, you say? They come out?
Yeah. Between about 11:15 and p.m. and just after midnight. So within that hour, 11:15 to 12:15, she's really strong.
Wow. That's great. So should we do Brazil at that time if we can?
Pardon?
Should we do Brazil at that time if we can, between that time from 11
every day? Every day.
Yeah? Okay.
If you can.
I'll do that.
Especially during these 9 nights, because the goddess is coming in. She's doing the cleaning. So go let her do the cleaning, honor her. But then just go into your, your playroom and go play with Shroom Brazil.
Okay. That's great. Yeah, I think that's what I noticed too with all the Vastu things you taught us that made me want to clean like everything else too, like more, because there's so much cleaning I need to do, and I'm like, oh, I don't know where to start. And then once you move, naturally you're going to clean, and then your brain's like, oh, I should clean that, I should clean that. It's like you're like excited, like, oh, because it feels really good when you clean a space. You want to just go back there and admire it, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go do that, and I'll run back up and admire. Like I admire the altar all day. I'm like thinking, what good reason can I come up with to go see my altar again? I feel really good. I'm like, it's like, I don't know, maybe like kids are with their Christmas toys every day. I'm like thinking, okay, I have to come up with a really good reason to go up to the altar again. And I look at it, smile, and I thank them. I'm like, wow, and then I walk away and then come back again when I can. So I love to go in that space. It's a beautiful feeling. It's my favorite space to go in, is the altar, to see them all and everything, and how it comes about. So it's like really a beautiful feeling to be in. I mean, they're everywhere, but to see their image or in the statues and everything, and to feel like gratitude because they even allow us to serve them. Like, how blessed are we to be able to even touch, their statue or anything. That's why I say to them, thank you for letting me serve you, because they could have chose not to let me serve them, then I wouldn't be allowed to serve them right now. It's a blessing that they are letting me serve them, right?
So beautifully said, Ira.
Because I do about 45-minute puja every day. So I used to do it twice a day, but my family was like, you're never here. And then I was like, okay, I do need to do other things too. So I had to let one go, but I really enjoy it. But I still come in to the puja room 2-3 times to light the diya or the agarbatti, but I spend about 45 minutes with puja every day, and it feels really, really good. I look forward to it every time. It's a blessing. I take shower, do tarpanam, puja, and then I do the line cutting. So that's my way I do things with that, and it feels good. It's exciting.
Beautiful.
But thank you.
Thank you, Ira. God bless.
God bless. Thank you.
So there's some people sharing about this, doing all these chants, and they've posted the chat, posted to the chat the details. So you can go and enjoy chanting in a group and experience that immersion of the energy and the light and the sound vibrations. So we cannot do that kind of experience on our own because we're just one. But when the whole community and everyone from around the world, different parts of the world come together and chant, you chant so many of them. So there's a goal for us to work towards, which is 100,000 or more Shri Brazis. And that sounds way overwhelming, but when you immerse yourself in the group, you don't even know what count it is. You're just in it, and someone is keeping the track of how many are being done, and then you feel success. So we want to feel success in our spiritual practice, such that when we are faced with challenges in life or even failures or what some people have shared, the negative forces come and trip us up. We have that success. We know we can get through it. If we can do our spiritual path and get all that spiritual energy in the midst of everything that's going on, that's a huge success. Jacine, did you want to share something?
I have a question. I came on late. What is the protection mantra? Do I know it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, so the protection mantra is about a 4-minute mantra. Are you in the Shri Brazi immersion program?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go look into the bonus section, there will be an audio there for you.
Oh, okay. And also for the 9 nights, what practice do you recommend? I have been learning the Lalita Sahasranama. Would that be a good thing to chant?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can, someone was sharing about the Pillai Center Academy has the Goddess Wisdom course. And that is the secrets of the 9 goddesses. So there's a goddess energy each night. And then it's not only during the 9 nights. Traditionally, you just celebrate the form of Durga, that energy power goddess, and then the form of Lakshmi the next 3 nights for wealth and comforts and joy and so on. And then the final 3 nights is Saraswati for education and higher learning. So this, if you take the Goddess Wisdom course, it goes way beyond that. It goes really deep into that goddess of the night and of that particular night. And that wakes up inside of us. So we have all these different archetypes inside of us. We don't have the secret to unlock it. We don't have the key to unlock it, the secrets of that goddess. So that goddess energy that gets expressed. So doing the 9 nights through the wisdom course, you can then repeat it. And then you can get to know these goddesses either in the same manner, like 1 to 9, or you can just gravitate towards a goddess that you feel intuitively drawn to. And then that consciousness will grow inside of you. It might be for courage. You need a lot of courage. Or you want a goddess to help you with relationship, or you want a goddess to help you with your career path. So all those 9 goddesses are available during this window. This is the party for them to come. This is the 9 nights where they can come and you're at the party. So you get to introduce to all of them. And then after that, you can be in contact with them and doing it however, communing with them however you want.
Okay. Let me see if I have another question. I think that's it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jazine.
Take care.
Thank you. God bless. You too.
Oh, yes. When is the Fire Lab up? Because I needed to sleep last night. When can I watch it? When can I watch last night's Fire Lab? Is it up already?
It takes, probably it should be up by today, but we are also having another call tonight at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So we'll be immersing ourselves in another beautiful Shri Brazi meditation, extended meditation that we don't get to do on Sundays. So this will be extended and then you can really feel.
Yeah, I'll be doing that.
Yeah, and it'll be during this 9 nights. So wow,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
such a potent time to tap in, and especially clearing out when the goddesses are coming and doing all that cleansing and all the clearing work and all the stuff is coming up. Then immersing ourselves at the same time in Shri Brahma immersion. It's just like all the cleaning is going on at the like underneath of us, and we are being able to stay in that elevated state of consciousness while that cleanup is being done, so we can kind of avoid it.
Well, I've dropped in the last 2 weeks, I have dropped a lot of karma. And I'm in the middle of totally rearranging my apartment.
Oh,
so, yeah.
great.
But the major work is done, but now the details, I need to get rid of a lot of stuff. So, yeah. But I feel this totally different. I have been wanting to do this for years, like 3, 4, 5 years. And I started last night. So
That's awesome. This is the goddess. She's saying this is the time. You'll have the power. You'll have the energy. You'll feel it. She'll do it for you. You'll just show up and you'll just be like, oh my God, it feels so good to breathe, to get rid of this old energy.
I feel like a different person.
Aww.
Yeah. So with all the karma gone, there's probably a whole lot more, but I'm just curious to see who I really am with all that garbage.
You're a beautiful being, Jazine.
Yeah, well, I'm really curious to discover myself now.
You're on an adventure of consciousness. It's going to be a self-discovery that goes on and on. So enjoy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Great.
Okay.
So the Fire Lab is there. Jazine, Shivalata just posted. It is available.
Oh, great. I'll do it after this.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, God bless.
See you again soon.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And were you on before this call? There was another call today?
No, this is the call that I do on Saturdays. It kind of goes on.
I thought there was another one. Okay.
There probably is the Saturn, the ultimate Saturn
I've
solution.
already done that one.
Okay.
I did that at 9.
Okay.
Yeah, that's at 9 o'clock.
That's the one.
Okay, thank you.
All right, God bless.
God bless.
Hi, just a quick question. Do you know if we receive an email for the call tonight at 10?
Sometimes it doesn't show up, but please check. It's the same link. It's the same link that we use.
As today's? The same link as today?
No, it's for Shrimber's immersion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, see you tonight.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and if you can't find it if it doesn't show up, then check in your inbox from last week. You will have been sent it.
Okay, thank you.
Or go on to the website, Shrimber's Immersion website, and it shows you the Saturday calls. It will say Asia, call for Asia, because that's what it's geared towards, that time zone. But anyone can join. And which we do have a lot of people who do join, and they're not necessarily from Asia.
Okay, okay.
So you'll get the link right
okay.
there.
All right, thank you.
Oh, God bless you.
Thanks, you too.
So the link to the Fire Lab is in the website. You just go under Fire Lab, click on, you'll see it on the right hand, the sidebar, and scroll down to Fire Lab. Click on that, and then you'll see all the Fire Lab recordings are there for those people who asked. Shweta?
Hi, so I wanted to actually celebrate this whole decluttering movement since last week is pretty great. What I noticed is I have a habit of not cleaning my dishes before I go to bed at times. It's like one of those things, I'll do it in the morning, right? Because it's a long day and blah, blah, blah. And so what I've noticed is I'm like not sleeping without doing my dishes, because I mean, I'm pretty active in my kitchen. And so I have dishes, and a lot of times I'm just like, I'm done. I'm like, had enough of this space for the day or part of the day, and I'll do it tomorrow morning. And so what I've noticed is, and I think the kitchen sink came up earlier for somebody, I think, on this call as well. So it's interesting. So it feels really different and great to like walk into my kitchen in the morning and it being clean.
Yay!
So I wanted to celebrate that. My other quick question was, with Goddess Varahi, I was wondering if you could recommend something connected with her. I don't have the idol. And so I'm wondering what she's connected with, because I know each goddess archetype is connected with either a flower or a fruit or something. And I'm wondering if you can recommend something for her.
Yeah, you could Google it, but what I would recommend for you, Shweta, because you're in all the programs, just connect with her through Shrimbrazi.
Okay.
Because that is not going to give you another thing to do. So I'm speaking to you and all those people like yourself and myself, where we want to just go right into the heart of the matter. And if you're asking Shrimbrazi, the goddess who gives direction, who gives clarity, who gives you that access to your highest self, you don't have to have objects necessarily.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Especially
Great.
if you have a spiritual practice, right? You have so much going on.
Yeah.
You can just take this flower that you're going to offer all the gods, and you can say, this is for Varahi too.
Yeah, perfect.
Or
Great.
a piece of fruit or whatever, I don't want to get put too much on because it's not a course that Dr. Pillai has shared with the general public. So all I can do is give you a very simple mantra, and it sounds like that mantra got activated in some people, and so that's great. To just know that this goddess energy is very powerful. Read about it on Astroved or Pillai Center. Something might pop out there, but not necessary, and you don't have to necessarily do that.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too, goddess.
Okay, see you later.
God bless. Ira, did you want to jump in again? Your hand is up. That's why I'm asking. Or Jacine?
Oh no, you can turn me off.
Okay. Well, I'll just mute you. I don't want to turn you off.
Yeah, I know. I was just kidding. But I just typed up, you were talking about this black wick. When I burn the sesame oil lamp at night because I have trouble sleeping, and I sleep so much deeper and longer. But sometimes when the oil gets too low, the whole snake burns, and it ends up like a big black snake. So apparently I'm just really burning even more karma. Would you look at it that way?
Oh yeah, sorry, my coconut was just making some noises. Now it just broke here. Oh my God. Now it's like dripping. Ah.
Oh my gosh.
So talk about karma busting in the moment. Look at it, it's dripping.
Oh my God. Did I do that?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
This is a big mess. So what was your question?
Sometimes the wick ends up like a
black snake. Yeah, a lot of karma can be dissolved in that.
Cool.
Yeah. It's great that you're doing it at nighttime, and make sure that it's close to your head. Not close to your head, but at your head level.
But then I see the light, and then it's not so easy to fall asleep.
Yeah, just put it off to the side if you can, and then put like a yantra or something in front of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's at the level of your head.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Instead of your feet.
Oh, I can't tell you how relieved I am to let go of all that stuff. It's incredible.
Isn't it awesome? See, this is spiritual technology. It doesn't, it's like, what?
Yeah, I mean,
Try
I've
it out.
a lifetime for this stuff to go. Talk therapy, you know, all the things that we did a long time ago, and we know it doesn't work. Yeah, it's just amazing. This summer has been really good so far.
Oh, this has been a great karma busting class, everyone. So be free. Have a beautiful Saturday, everyone.
Thank you. I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to look at the fire lab from yesterday. Okay.
Enjoy,
Take care until tonight.
God bless.
God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye. Whoa, yeah. So we had this is the truth. This is the truth. Look at it. It's just pouring out, right? My gosh, that is like whatever karma, who's ever here still, you have tremendous blessings because you stayed till the very end to get that sign that it is done. So you're emptied out of everything because together we're coming and we're having an experience as a community, and who's ever going to be listening to this later on, you will feel it as well, that something has been broken through in the cosmic sense of the karma and all the karma within and the karma surrounding us in this community, in the whole world, in the cosmos. So this is the sign that the God is saying, I'm working away because you're still here. So I'm going to keep working away. So God bless everybody for witnessing this, because that's what we're here to do. We're just a witness of what's happening with the gods or divine beings who have come to help us. So we get to just see how it all rolls out. So please, everybody, get a coconut. And it might not do the things that this one is doing, but definitely get one and try it out for yourself and go and break through that really challenging, whatever is going on in your life. This will take that emotional charge away so that you can be clear and make the decisions that you need to make that are going to be whatever it is that you need to do at this point in time. And it's a never-ending story. So you can't predict what the future is going to be. You can have an idea that there might be some congestion on the highway, traffic, big traffic jam or rush hour traffic. But rush hour traffic in the divine sense could mean it's clear. And you're like, what? This is normally rush hour traffic. What's going on? Well, you get to just go clear. So that's how the divine will work. And I gotta sign off because I'm just full of sticky stuff all over me now. And it was on my computer, so I'm a little bit concerned that it might be getting wet down there in my computer. So if there's any pressing comment or question that you have, please do share. We're gonna wrap it up, and we won't have the after party call because I gotta clean this computer up. So maybe I'll get a new computer. Maybe this is a sign that I'll get a new computer. So that's it. All right, everyone.
Sarita, I have a real quick recommendation. I had a Aadi reading and it was phenomenal, and it really expresses to the soul why we have the hardships or the life experiences that we're having in this lifetime. So I would recommend anyone who's in this path evolving that you get a Aadi reading. It was just so incredible. And I'm in the process now of wanting to do the remedies for it, but it's just amazing. So everyone who might have that interest, please get one done. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranava. And we will touch base on that naughty readings, astrology readings the next time we come together.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Pranava. All right, God bless you all, everyone. I'm sorry I have to run. I've got a mess to clean up. So it's been great. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be of service and support. God bless you all. God bless Dr. Pillai for bringing us all together, having the great karma to be together to get rid of the bad karma with grace and ease. So thanks again. We'll see you sometime in one of the programs, or we'll see you next week. If you're just jumping in and you want to watch or listen to the recording, it will be posted to the YouTube, or it can be posted to SoundCloud by an audio that you can click on the link once you get the email. So check that out, and then we'll see you next time. Namaste.